A couple people asked me, was I live stream? Did they miss me? And my reply was that I've been on. I've been doing what I got to do. You see papers behind me. Got all of the kind of stuff going on and whatnot. This is the first live stream of the day that I'm doing for the day. But, early on, I got other stuff to do. But the reason I'm doing it this way, in this manner, at this time, in the live stream format is because this matters to me. I don't expect anybody to be on, but I did do a live stream. Um, it matters to me, this whole YouTube thing, how I'm doing my thing, how I'm putting my stuff together and whatnot. And it should matter to you. What you're doing with your stuff and how you, parlaying and putting your thing together. I mean, there's things that I'm building upon. That's when I spoke to my friend. We're talking about building upon and working with the tools that you have and whatnot. Like I said, I don't have the masterful set pieces and a team behind me and all these other things that other people have, but I got what I got. And I'm grateful for the opportunities that have been afforded me. As I drink this tea with a sock around it. So yeah, this matters to me. This YouTube journey. It represents something for me. The possibilities that are out there, the things that to come. The things that can transpire. What's going on, Andy? Appreciate you for being here. What's up, Rockstar? Didn't expect to see the both of you here, but love you right back. Appreciate you for being here. With me this early in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning. This is one of my late live streams. I don't normally live stream at this time, unless there's a real good reason for it. And there's a real good reason for it because I won't be able to live stream at 10 or 11 a.m. in the morning or whatever the case may be. So I'm here now in this moment, in this particular time, just going on for a couple of minutes and then, letting it do what it do, going from there. But, this matters to me. Mm. For to whom it may concern. Why do I live stream so much? Because I want the watch time. Not that I owe anybody an explanation, but I want the watch time. And I started thinking to myself, I could put out the most highly edited content and all kind of stuff only 4:15 p.m. Monday here. Oh, okay, so you're in Australia somewhere. You're ahead of me. You're in the future. So, or maybe not in Australia, somewhere else. I do this way because, like I said, this is something that works for me. And I got 5 people on. I probably got an international audience. Paying kisses. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming through. 7 people. Wow, I got 7 people. Australia. So I am talking to Australians out there. Art, I appreciate you. 6 people. I did not expect 6 people at 2 something in the morning. But when I talk about why this matters to me, I like generally because it's real. You have an act for it. Thank you. I appreciate it. All flag. Hey, smelly melly. Oh man. Oh man. That sounds like a troll, but hopefully not. I don't know. At this particular junction in time, you know, um, all are welcome. Like I said, what I was going into and talking about is just why I do this YouTube thing. Ice Poseidon is a goblin dude. Somebody said Ice Poseidon was trolling me, but I don't even think that the dude knows who I am. Somebody said Ice Poseidon was trolling me for some reason. I don't believe it. I mean, somebody got to show me the footage or something like that. I mean, I went to Ice Poseidon's channel, and Ice Poseidon is I don't know, man. That dude got so many followers and stuff like that. If he trolled me, that's an honor right there. But I digress from that situation. Anyway, like to say about this whole YouTube experience, I do this the way that I do this because this matters to me. I'm surprised I haven't quit or deleted the channel or whatever the case. He sent guys to random places, but you only popped up on his screen once, so you only got a few. Um, I that's interesting. I mean, to me, people keep saying that. I wish somebody would send me the video or show me the thing. I mean, I would like to know. I mean, I don't even know how Ice Poseidon found my channel. That's news to me. I'm like I popped up. I'm like, okay, I was kind of surprised when they told me about it, but I would like to see at least, how I popped up. Somebody send me a timestamp, I'll go watch it and, send them a thank you note or something like that. But it is what it is when it comes to that. Shout out to Ice Poseidon, big troll. He types in live vlogs and, oh, okay, 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 okay. I get you now. So you're saying that he types up the list and then he says, okay, go to this person or go to that person or let's troll this. It okay, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about. I've been educated. I've been educated. I there you go. I didn't even think about that. You were many in the list, and some views saw your channel. That's funny. That's funny. What's the problem? I still don't know how I mentioned. What? Thank you, Rockstar. I appreciate that. Yeah. Say, I don't know how we find each other here on YouTube, but we do. Sometimes it's a love-hate relationship. What's going on, Shirley Smith? Long time no see. Good to see you, though. I seen one of your videos. You can come by on my screen. You come on my screen as I subscribe to you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Andy. Nothing wrong with that. You'd have made a lot if he rated you and it had TTS. What do you mean TTS? I don't understand what TTS. You would have made a lot if he had rated you and if you had TTS. I don't know what TTS is. R flag. Oh, sorry about that, Pink Kisses. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. I see you, Pink Kisses. Text to speech donations. Interesting. I don't know that. I'm being taught right now. I'm actually being taught the inner sanctity of the trolls. Nah, no, hey, bro. I saw about this channel. You're good dude. I appreciate that, Rockstar. I appreciate that. And you know what? A lot of y'all folks out there is cool, even if I can't see your face and don't know who you are. I appreciate it. I know this means something to you. The whole YouTube experience. I know the people not just trolling to be trolling. Some of you trolls get a bad name. Nah, nobody hates you. They all try. They all trying to harder. What? They all try harder. I don't know. Purple Army, we love you. I'm just confused about that last part you said. The Purple Army. I'm so lost. Forgive me to the truck community. I'm so lost. I feel so old. I remember being on here, when there was AOL and Yahoo and all that stuff. I like you cats because you're real and make you think about normal stuff. Yeah, nah, I appreciate that, Redneck. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like a real conversation sometimes. Sometimes when you get online, you got fake people fake pretending and the positivity and all that stuff. Some days, you know what? I'm just not in a good mood. Sometimes I'm on here and I'm pissed off. Sometimes you know, you banned our leader, he's our time on, but he tries for reactions too much. Oh, I wasn't trying to ban your top leader. It just got out of hand. I had to explain some stuff after the racist things that was said. After some people came in and said some things. It wasn't like I was trying to do that or whatever the case may be. It was just one of those situations where some things were said that I had to explain, and children were involved and stuff like that. If he gets good reaction, he donates up to 6K. Well, the only reaction, the worst, I don't know. It don't it the problem is that with reactions and all that stuff when it comes to online, I know this ain't real. I'm good at paint things for action. Yeah, I know a lot of this ain't real. He's inspired by Mr. Beast, who donates 30K. I mean, there's people you can get reactions out of. I was on a couple of live streams that I got reactions from. Like I said, you'd have thought I was a troll. I was on the guy's Tommy Sotomayor. I was on one of his live streams, and I just said I disagreed with him, and he was talking about something with a black woman, and the way this dude banned me, and flagged me, you would have thought I was the top troll of the night. The man said my name and put me on block, and I was like, really? And then convinced to having his old fake live stream. And I was like, you know what? I shouldn't even said that man's name, but we ain't gonna get into all that. Like I said, I ain't trying to get into no YouTube beef or nothing like that. But it kind of pissed me off because, like I said, I wasn't going nowhere. Going to bed. Good morning. Good night. Everything. Sorry about that, Paint Kisses. Like I said, I'm just having side conversation or whatever. But thank you for coming through, Paint Kisses. Um, I don't want to get too sidetracked. We get that a lot. The lady copied the ICE live stream idea and she's banned 120 people who were saying CX. Well, yeah, what's crazy about that is just, it's just like, sometimes people are just overly sensitive for nothing. I don't like banning people just to be banning people. I put folks on a timeout or something like that, but I don't think I've ever banned anybody from my channel as of yet. I try not to go there, even though some folks have tried to push it. It's like I like to be able to talk to people and have a conversation, open dialogue and whatnot. I try not to say, hey, just because you said something, I want to take you out and push you. The internet uses a place where to confess things. The internet used to be a place to confess certain things. Now people are power hungry. Nah, I'm not trying to confess nothing on the internet. Listen, Rockstar, I'm not coming on this internet to confess nothing. We'll sit here and talk about some things, but I'm not getting to my deepest, darker, inner secrets and all that stuff. We'll talk about some things, how I feel about different stuff and whatever the case may be, and things that's going on. But I tell people, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're talking to your girlfriend, your wife, your mistress, significant other, whoever, the troll leader, whoever. Don't get on here telling nobody your personal business. Don't get on here telling people all this stuff. I mean, more opinion based. Oh, okay, opinion. Yeah, don't get on here telling no secrets. You listen. I don't care who it is. I tell anybody, even if you in the Purple Army, I have to go now. My dog needs to walk around the park. Yeah, take care, Andy. Appreciate it. You should set a text speech donation so I can spread your channel to Reddit on Ice Poseidon's Reddit. I get a huge following. Yeah, I'm almost scared of that off flag. Oh, I'm not even gonna lie about that. Um, yeah, I'm scared of that, man. That's the what they call it, the hug of death. You know, the hug of death. The Reddit hug of death. I don't know if I'm ready for all that. Mm, I'm not ready for the Reddit hug of death. But this still does matter to me what I'm doing here on this whole YouTube thing, on this journey and whatnot. Just trying to make this happen. I probably had a longer conversation with you than needed because people would leave it. But yeah, I don't mind talking to people, having the conversation back and forth. Yeah, some ICE communities are either coders or hackers, but most are good. I mean, I'm not worried about the coders or hackers part, because you can learn a lot from everybody. That's just really what it is. For me, it's like, are you ready for that big influx of people? Because there's an expectation when you're getting a large, chunk of people coming to your channel now. There's pressure, man. Like a bunch of sailors that drink to understand I love cheers. Wish more people loved it too. Yeah, yeah, Rockstar, you can say that. I mean, it comes down to a point when you do get an influx of people, you hope that those people, like your content or, get what you're trying to do on your channel, because if not, you can have a large swath of somebody else's audience. And I'm not a coder, I'm not a hacker, you know. I'm not really a troll. Some people may say otherwise, depending on what I do. I was called a clout chaser today by one of my coworkers, but I digress from that situation. Once upon a time, I used to have my little comments and, I guess be a fake troll on the low or whatever the case may be, so I could appreciate, certain comments when people were saying that, you're doing it tastefully, but, I know how certain divisive things can be and whatnot, and how people could take stuff personally and report you and, try to, take things a little too far, get you banned and all that stuff. I've been through things like that. It's not fun. It's really not fun. That's why I say I give the trolls this, man. Y'all got a lot of heart to go through that. Dude, you so kind. Dude, you possibly. I appreciate that, Rockstar. Yeah, I'm kind right now. I'm kind right now, Rockstar, but it wasn't always that way. I wasn't always as kind and nice and cool as people may think I am now. I'm cool, but like I said, people have their other sides to them and stuff like that. So, I've had to learn, I've had to mature over the years and stuff like that. Believe me, I'm 37. I had to mature. Oh man, oh man, I had to mature. I got into a lot of fights when I was a youngin, because I used to talk that stuff, man, out in the schoolyard and whatnot. Mm. It reminds me of a story. I remember, this is no lie, this is a true story. I think when I was in junior high school, back in the 90s sometime, I got switched to a new class. And there was this kid that I knew in the class that I wanted to fight. I actually wanted to have a fight with this kid. And I remember it like it was yesterday. The dude had a stack of papers this thick. And I walk over to him and I asked him for a stack of papers. And he told me that he had no papers. And for some reason, something came over me. And I was just like, stop playing. I grabbed the paper and I said, stop playing. So he has like a stack of 100 papers, loose leaf papers. I don't know if anybody old enough to or young enough or whatever remember that, when you used to have actually loose leaf papers and whatever, put them in the binder and stuff. So I snatched the paper and then me and the dude was about to get into a fight in the class and they broke us up and we stopped. And so I'm thinking it's over. After I snatched the paper and I asserted my authority, like, yeah, you gonna give me what don't play me. And he's like, yeah, I got you. So after school, I wound up seeing the guy outside and they surround me and whatnot. He put his fist up to me. He's like, yo, you understand? You want it? Do you want it? And I'm looking around. I'm saying 1 against 4. This ain't gonna be fair. So I kind of had to like, yeah, 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 I understand. I got you. And then the fight was over, or the fight didn't start because I had to just chump it off or whatever the case. Have I ever won a fight? I've won a fight, but I've got my behind whipped. I think when I was in third grade, there was something that happened started in the lunchroom, and one of the kids was talking that stuff to me, and I was like, "Yeah, I see you after school, three o'clock or whatever, blah blah blah. Let's get it on." So me being the idiot, I go out into the schoolyard, during recess, after we had our little lunch and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, I start fighting with one kid. I'm thinking, all right, this is supposed to be after school. And then all of a sudden, another kid comes, and another kid comes, and all of a sudden I'm getting jumped by like 10 kids. I still got pictures of that. So it just got out of hand. To win a fight is to know how to lose one. Yeah, I know how to lose one. Sometimes you have to be gracious. One of the hardest things though sometimes is taking the knee and letting somebody get the upper hand when you know you can beat them. That's the hardest part sometimes. Walking away when you know you're stronger than your opponent because you don't want to crush your opponent. That is hard. See, it's easy to go against somebody when you have a stronger hand and you know you can crush them, or you're worried about it. You're going against a worthy opponent. There's nothing better than a dedicated enemy, in certain situations. It's like a troll going up against another dedicated troll. You find yourself saying, I have a worthy opponent in you. That must be interesting. I only lost one to one girl. Lost my heart. I've dated a live streamer. She's amazing, but now I have other sides for her. Um, that's dicey right there. I don't know how you have the heart to deal with that, to date a live streamer and then having the heart. Ooh, I wouldn't be on YouTube. My hat goes off to you. I don't know, dude. I watched the fight today where he kicked the guy and he knew the guy was knocked out, but he tapped him. For to see if the ref was confused. Interesting. That's interesting. Hmm. I'm not too big on being a fighter, whatever the case may be. Because like I said, I know there's repercussions to it. I know there's all kinds of things that can happen when you get into a fight and whatnot. People can get hurt. I feel say to my son, Ray, sometimes I don't know how to deal with things. Hey, listen, I can imagine with our flag. I'm not even sitting here and lie to you. Me personally, I don't know what I would do in that situation. If I'm dating a live streamer and then she's out there flirting with somebody else and whatever the case, seeing guys that say things that they say to her. Yeah, yeah, I give you that R flag. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's a hard one, man. That's a hard one. Dating a live streamer. First off, you braved for doing that in the first place. Then secondly, like I said, you got to be really sure about this person that you want to deal with because you dating a live streamer or YouTuber or whatever the case may be. See, if I'm dating a YouTuber, she only uploads every so often, then it's fine. Maybe we can edit the video to look like, she went her way and I went mine. But a live streamer, wow, you're a brave man. I'm not even gonna sit here like I'm not. I don't know if I could date a live streamer. Somebody got to cut me a check. They got to cut me a check behind the scenes and say, in case things don't work out, something, man. Oh my God, I don't know if I can fully trust it 100%. Yeah, nah. I mean, listen. I understand. Good morning, vlog from the bar. I appreciate you for being here. We don't catch each other much, but I know you out there. I see you on different live streams and whatnot. Because other live streamers don't know if she's with me. Oh, okay, okay. So you still with this person? You're still with this person? Okay, I thought you broke up. Oh, you're dating a live streamer. She's amazing, but I hate how the live streamers. Okay, so they don't know that you're dating her. How am I? I'm okay. I'm just actually here back and forth having a conversation about live streamers dating, somebody dating live streamers, and just online dating. I'm afraid of online dating. Actually, I don't know how we got into a conversation about um yeah, wow. I am afraid to be an online dater again. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know how folks do it nowadays. There's so many things. You got the Tinder thing, and what is it? The swipe? Was it swipe left or swipe right? I don't know what it is. I don't know how y'all do it now. It's scary to me now. It's a different world. Last night I hurt my heart. Literally, it's a long distance and day drive away. Okay, nothing wrong with that. At least you got a day drive away. I thought you would like countries apart or something like that. But you brave to date a live stream, YouTube or something like that. Yeah, vlog from the bar, but I was just literally having a conversation, and then we got into this. Alaska to Canada. Wow. All right. Uh, how have you heard that Facebook are going to set up a dating service? I didn't know Facebook is setting up a dating service. Mm, that's interesting, but I'm like I said, I'm scared of this online dating stuff, man. I mean, I've had my fair share, whatever. Distance makes the heart grow fonder, so much fonder. Yeah, distance makes the heart grow fonder. It does. It definitely does. You'll find out a lot more about the person when you get with them and you actually start living with them or be around them on a regular basis and stuff like that. I encourage people, you're dating long distance, man, take some time off and just spend a week around each other. Find out if you really like it, if you really want to be with each other like that. Take 2 weeks off to just you just be with each other. You stay at each other's houses or whatever the case may be. You'll find out, it's like the real world, the reality show, the real world. You find out when everybody stops being nice and everyone starts getting real. You'll find out. But I'm so afraid of online dating. I'm not even gonna lie. If you want to know what's gonna get a reaction out of me, I'll say to any troll, anybody, online dating will get the reaction out of me. Yeah, I'm afraid she's not 100% with me. So, she asked, I said she's over there. It feels better to God that hell is after. That's not sure now. Yeah, yeah. What's up, Cheryl? Appreciate you for coming through. Thanks for stopping by the live stream. Yeah, online dating stuff is dicey. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard to trust somebody, online, especially if you haven't seen them in person or, really talk to them on the phone as much as you would like to. I mean, I've had some horror stories that I could tell you on here. Am I all right? Yeah, I'm all right, Cheryl. Um, I'm up late right now because what's gonna happen is after this, when I go to sleep, I won't be able to get up. You know, Dude, you engage my consciousness. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, Rockstar. Right. I'm up right now, Cheryl, because I won't be able to get up early in the morning or 10 around that time and do the normal live stream that I was doing. If I was single, I'd be too old fashioned, like in a bar somewhere. Yeah, I agree with you, Vlog from the bar. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of online dating because of the games that people play. Like I said, the horror stories I could tell you about online dating. I mean, I'm talking about situations where, you know, like I said, I can't get into the details on this live stream. Like I said, it's that serious. It is that serious. So many crazy things. Online dating, people not being who they say they are, all kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm not trying to get sued. We met a week ago and everything has been so real, so live. So I craved that. I'm horrified to lose it. Maybe I shouldn't be. Well, no, 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 no. Don't be horrified. I mean, I tell you, if you're with somebody online and the person is willing to be upfront and forthwith with you and willing to, really just share their world with you, and you can ask them tough questions. Like the questions you should be asking them is, how are you when you argue? What type of person are you around your family? Finding out the politics of a person. Do you believe in God? Do you not believe in God? Do you want kids? What are your stances on, family and stuff like that? Anything that you ever may wanted to know, So it is something where you don't have to be afraid. It's just for me, for past experiences. I'm speaking for myself. Past experiences is not something I want to deal with. Could I online date right now? Yeah, I could online date. I could set up or whatever. We're both Christian, of course, but then it does go into a situation. If you Christian, does it? All right, Rockstar. Yeah. Hope you have a great day as well. Sorry if I'm for anybody on here if I'm going too far off, but I am enjoying the conversation though. So, that's why I'm having a conversation. But, being Christian is one thing, but then there's denominations, there's politics, there's, thoughts about environment, all the tough questions that you may want to know and want to ask, not being afraid to, really have a real conversation. I say to a person, if you're dating online and the person doesn't want to answer real questions, then you should probably run for the exit as fast as you can. So it does come to that point. Getting carried away is why I come through. All good, man. It's all good. You can't get more real connection to your viewers, man. Pretty amazing. Well, I mean, sometimes I just enjoy conversation. Appreciate it, our flag. I mean, I say to anybody, I mean, I don't mind having a conversation. The only thing is when I'm having a conversation with one person, I try not to alienate everybody else that's watching, because you still got to keep it interesting. I like to answer people's comments and, we will have a real conversation. I could talk to anybody. Anybody. Like I said, anybody. Even if I don't like you, I can still talk to you. You know, that's one thing I'll give myself with that because I'm interested and curious about people. You know, I care about people, their lives, things that's going on with them and whatnot. And I hope your situation, you know, with the female that you're dating, I hope that works out. But you also too have to give her her space and not, you know, be too hard on, you know, the situation. You know, appreciate that, Rockstar. Thank you for coming to. How far from when we started a week ago to the time should we meet? It it depends on the two of you. R flag. It's if you feel comfortable with each other and you're willing to, you know, really just be straight up, you can meet at any time. That's not the problem. The problem is when you meet is the same things that you were saying, you know, on the phone or through the computer. Is it the same thing when you're in person? That's the biggest deal. The biggest deal is not, you know, meeting up. You can meet up tomorrow. You can meet up tonight with each other, you know. You can meet up the same day, you know, but you know, I wouldn't do it the same day, you know. But the thing is, whenever you meet with the person, is that you're able to just, you know, be yourself. You don't have to be somebody else. You don't have to. It's like you're putting up your profile pic in front of her, you know, like I'm R flag. This is who I am, and then you know they get a chance to see you or whatever the case may be. So, like I said, it's really up to the two people. You know, I mean, you know, it's up to you. It's up to you. Can you still be yourself? Can she still be herself? Is it a safe environment, a safe situation for the two of you to get together? But just remember, every horror story you hear about the online dating, there's some good stories as well. Yeah, there's good stories as well. You know, everybody doesn't have bad experiences dating online. Just make sure it's a situation where you know you build up trust with each other and you straight up with each other and you're not deviating from what you told somebody on the phone. If you said that you like blue, blue is your favorite color, and then you know she find out your favorite color is red, or you like seafood, you say, and then you really like you know pasta or something. You know that's just what it is. You know, um, this isn't my main account obviously, but you know you get me. I'm the most hard person. Well, listen, I tell anybody like this off. I'm not the most smooth individual when it comes to the ladies as well. You know, I might seem like it, but I'm very awkward in a lot of different ways. Maybe not awkward, but I could be very shy or very, you know, reserved in a lot of different ways, nervous or whatever the case. And I'm 37, so you know it happens. You know, I don't always have the best moves. I could give you a story about me when I was 17. I remember this. It was this female I wanted to talk to, and one of my friends was daring me to talk to the female. So she walks into the building, and I never forget this when it happened. She goes up the steps, and she lives on the second floor, and I looked at the girl, and she was walking, and yeah. At one point I was, and she's walking into her the house, and I said, "Hey yo," I remember like it's yesterday. I said to the girl, I said, "Hey yo," and she looks back at me, and I say, "Can I get your number?" and she kind of paused and just shook her head and went in her room, went not her room, went in her apartment. And I felt so low. I was just like, oh my God. And the girl didn't know me. I didn't know her. And I thought she forgot about the situation. And every time I would see the girl, she would look at me like, "Oh, you that guy, you know, that walked up behind her, that asked for the number or whatever." So, you know, that showed by my game, you know, my lack of player skills or whatever. I've had taken it and binge watch 13 seasons, 13 Reasons Why with her. Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, yeah, talk about it. You know, if online is a little bit different. I mean, if you're gonna do certain things, you know, be who you say you are. If you're talking to somebody online or on the phone that you haven't met, make sure that whoever you told that person that you were on that phone, on that computer, that you are in person, you need to have that person to be able to trust you and to be able to trust them. You know, people need to know that you're dependable. They need to know that you're consistent. They need to know that you're not playing games. Do you live close to a person? Yeah. Well, no, he said Canada, Canada, Alaska. He said Canada to Alaska. Mm. You know, but that's what it is. I mean, whether you live far, whether you live apart, I mean, whether your relationship works, whether it doesn't work, however it works, try to be like 26 hours. 26 hours, that is dedication. Woo. Yeah, 26 hours. Woo. That's a day and some change. Yeah, no, it's okay, Cheryl. It's okay. Right now, we're talking. I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even know how long this was gonna last. I mean, I'm just going. I might go a little few more minutes or whatever the case. Like I said, I this is kind of one of those live streams I was going. There's someone out there for you, man. You just haven't met her yet. I'm not worried about it. No, you're not interrupting, Cheryl. You're not interrupting anything. This is a conversation that I didn't expect to have, but I'm glad to have it. I mean, my conversations go all over the place. This matters to me, though. It matters to me to have this conversation. You never know. Yeah, but I'm connecting. I'm talking. Like I said, if if I had the time, who knows how long I would sit here and talk with y'all folks. I mean, we could talk about real stuff. I just like to have real conversations. Definitely worth it. But yeah, I mean, listen, our flag is just like, like I said, you'll find out when you meet a person, because I've met people online that I've dated and had relationships with. You'll find out whether or not you meet the person. You probably find out within the first 5 or 10 minutes, excuse me, whether that person is really for you or not. But be realistic with yourself and be realistic with the person. And also, I say too, even if you come from a long distance or she comes from a long distance, however that works, don't feel just because you came from a long distance that you have to be committed to the person. It may work out for that day, it may not work out afterward. It may not work out at first, but then you come back again. Like the Leah song. At first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You might find a special someone in a place mostly unexpected. Um, who knows, Vlog from the Bog? I'm not worried about that. No, if she's 6 years older than you, that's not that bad. That's not bad at all. Her being 6 years older than you may be something you can learn from her. Hopefully, it's something you can learn from her. Probably learn from you. There's nothing wrong with dating somebody older than you as long as, yeah, 20, 26. Yeah, I remember when I was 26, I was dating a girl who was in her 20s or whatever the case may be. That's not a bad range or whatever the case. Even if it's 10 years or more, it depends on how mature the people are. Long distance relationships are difficult just because of that alone. Not to mention other things. Yeah, yeah. Long distance relationships are difficult. They are challenging. They're hard. I remember my girlfriend at a funeral. Wow. Vlog from the Bog. That must be an interesting story. Me and you got to talk about that one day. I met her at a funeral. Trust is a lot harder. I already feel it within the week. Well, what do you mean trust is a lot harder? I don't get it. Yeah, you saying it's harder for you to trust, or you saying that, you know, you've built trust with her? I don't understand that comment or whatever the case may be. But that's what it is. It's challenging, Cheryl, the long distance relationships, but not difficult because I mean, it was challenging, but not impossible. That's what I was gonna say. It depends on your commitment and where you're going with it. It's more difficult to have trust since the distance. It depends. When it comes to the distance and trust, it depends. If you're willing to share your experiences with somebody and maintain a routine, then it's cool. The problem I seen just from me personally being in it, is when you have a long distance relationship with somebody, right? And then the routines change up, and then the communication breaks down because a long distance relationship is harder, because of the fact that you can't touch the person or be with a person right away or right there at that moment. But it's still the same as if you're with a person, you know, together. Because if you don't communicate, you can be right next to a person and a relationship not work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we keep the momentum without constant communication and real life involvement? Well, you keep the real communication. The real communication comes, when you're online. I mean offline. You're talking to a person, you're texting a person, you're calling a person. You just keep it up. I mean, if you don't, if you, like I said, you could be right next door to this person. You can be in a situation where you live in the same neighborhood. If you don't communicate, then it's gonna break down anyway. If you don't communicate on a regular basis, if you don't say, hey, this is what we're gonna do if we don't communicate for a certain amount of time, or you set up some kind of protocol, or you set up some kind of way of being with each other. Like I said, um, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I am single. Mm. You can be in the same bed and be miles apart, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, I've been in relationships alone by myself. I've been in a relationship alone, believe me. It's not funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's not fun. You know what I'm saying? But, that's what it is. A long distance relationship, you go work if you want to. There's absence to make the heart grow fonder. Yes, that's been said. Um, yeah, well, I mean, it comes down to a point. Communication is key in any relationship, be it somebody you're in a relationship with romantically, be it co-workers, be it, business people, whatever, like I said, be it, family, whatever the case may be. There's people who live, as family members in different countries, and they could, communicate with each other on a live stream. There's people that I communicate specifically with on a live stream. There's people that I've never met here on YouTube, and we hit each other back on the phone or other things like that, and you communicate with that. It says, "How are you?" I think I missed something. I don't. Oh, okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, in the same bed, miles apart. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. But I think you get the point. The point is, the communication is key. Being transparent and upfront with each other is definitely a major key. And I think you have to be consistent. You have to be transparent, not ambiguous with what you're doing. You have to be willing to contribute to the conversation and bring something to the table, even if it's just verbally. You just have to be somebody that's really, yeah, 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 no, no, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad you brought it up too. There's pillars of trust that you build, being able to be consistent, being able to be competent, being somebody of good character, being able to know that, let the person know that you hear them and, you're willing to listen and whatnot and, just being dependable. Hey, size dad, appreciate you. Um, I don't know. That's just where I'm at with it. Like with the whole online dating stuff, it's a lot of the rules apply to when you're dealing with people in real life. It's really about learning how to communicate with each other. Really, to tell you the truth, if you understand communication, if you have your communication skills together and you're honest with a person, then that's what happens. She's a moderator for the other guy streamers, and they hit on her and call her theirs, and when she isn't, which is really kind of irked me. Well, it comes down to this. If you're dealing with a female, yes, it is about communication. If you're dealing with a female who's in a public sphere and there's guys that's constantly hitting on her and whatnot, you look at it this way. If she's saying that she's taking and she's letting you know and you seeing how she deals with stuff, you have to allow her that space to be able to deal with those particular things. If she's saying that she's taking, then that's what it is. What's going on, Megan's blog? Thank you for coming through. I mean, with the whole online dating stuff, I mean, it depends on how that person is claiming you. If that person is claiming you, publicly, she doesn't have to say your name. She could just say, she's taken. Her saying she's taken kind of, dispels a lot of stuff. She could present herself as if she was right there. Yeah, no, definitely. That's what I would say. And if you have any concerns with that, you can actually, talk to her about it. Don't be shy. If you're in a relationship, yeah, I mean, like if I have females, oh, she did, yeah, she never brought it. So if she's saying that she's claiming you, and other guys are hitting on her on the live stream, then you're good. The problem is when other guys are hitting on her and saying stuff, and she's kind of mum on having a boyfriend or significant other. Then it's like, that's when you got to start saying maybe we need to have a conversation or whatever. But if she's holding her own, then you don't want to jump in there and try to ruin the live stream or whatever and, jeopardize your relationship, because then there comes a sense of trust that you have to have for that person. You have to trust that person enough to know that, hey, okay, she's there for you and you're there for her. It's just like if you're getting trolled on your live stream, when you have females hitting on you on your live stream, for whatever reason, and she comes and jumps in, then that makes the situation, worse than what it is. If she has 1,000 bees, then she's a keeper. That's funny. It's all a character of the person. Yeah, but like that's what I'll say to anybody. If I have a woman or significant other, whatever the case may be, and somebody tries to hit on my woman, and my woman says, "Hey, I'm taking, Mel, Big Daddy got me, Big Bad Booty Daddy got me, then I'm good. I start to worry when she says I'm not taken, or I don't have a boyfriend, or my name doesn't get mentioned or brought up in conversations. That's when I start to worry. I'm like, whoa, maybe maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe somebody else got some more swagger than me or something. That's when I start to worry. But if the person is claiming me publicly, privately, in any sense that it matters, then That's all I can do. I went through a 1 year relationship and another. I finally prayed to God. He sent me someone. She's not the problem with her. She don't live in there. She's not the problem. You are. I met my wife for 2 weeks later, and we ended next week. It'll be 30 years. Wow, Redneck, that's crazy. 30 years. Wow. Hmm. I need me a 30-year love. I need to find me a 30-year relationship out there. Any females, you ready for a 30-year marriage? To find Mel. Come see me or something. Come see about me. Yeah, like I said, I need that 30-year love. Redneck, I hear that, man. Congratulations. I need to do some praying right now after this. Yeah, hashtag inspire. Mm. But also too, shout out to Margie. Margie, she's on here too. She told me, she lost her husband or whatever the case may be, and they had like a long marriage. I think it was like 40 years or something like that. But congrats on 30 years. 30 years, man. Mm, that's like you deserve like a medal of honor, both of y'all, like a badge or a merit or something like that. Not a demerit, but it's like some kind of like symbol of love or something. I had the money to send you something like that. Mm, like congratulations and stuff like that. Kudos to you. You know, I don't know how you did it after 30 years, but I've spoken to people before, who have been together for 50 years and 70 years and whatnot. True partnership indeed. That's what we all want. Much respect for that. Yeah, our flag. I mean, listen, I find me a woman or a significant other, whatever the case may be, that I could be with for 30 years, then wow. Wow, man, that's really better for better or worse. Sickness and health or death do us part, right? That's crazy right there. I'll be in my 80s if I started right now. There you go. There you go. Need that 30-year love. There you go, Cheryl. Mm. I need that 30-year love. Look over at you and, you know, 30 years from now, I'm like, yeah, she's still hot as before. Like I said, it's what it is, though. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's funny. That's funny, though. Nothing wrong with that though. I mean, it takes time. It's a job. That's what people got to understand too. It takes work, and it doesn't have to be bad work. It's like it takes passion. It takes patience. It takes a whole bunch of stuff. I might be putting my pants over my head. That's funny. That's funny. Well, yeah, you can't think. Okay, I appreciate you, all flag. Appreciate that. Yeah, no. I mean, I pray that it happens, redneck. I pray that it happens. One of these days I find that right one, that right situation and whatnot, and then, we could, pop out some kids and whatnot. So, that's funny vlog. I appreciate you. You gotta tell me how you met your girlfriend at a funeral. That we gotta talk about that story. One of these days we're gonna get into that. I ain't gonna forget about that one. But yeah, I pray, hope, and pray that I find that right one. Because in this life, it's not easy to find that right one. I think a lot of us want that love, that person, be it be gay, straight, or transgender, whatever we are. We all want that one person. Religious, atheist, whatever. We all want that one person that we could, rest our head on or lay on and just be with and whatnot. And you wonder sometimes, is it a fantasy or something like that? Damn, am I just imagining things? So does that person really exist? And like I said, all I need is one. I don't need five or six. What I'm saying, even though I ain't saying I wouldn't run around town with a couple through maybe when I was younger, but like I said, all I need is one. I don't need two or three women. I don't need a whole bunch of other freaky deaky stuff going on behind the scenes. I just need one. Have a couple of kids and raise them up right and try to make them good people and whatnot in the world and do some positive things. Yeah. Sometimes work is there. All right, size dad, appreciate you for coming through. Thank you and all that. Like I said, don't worry, I'm about to get up out of here too. I really didn't expect this conversation at 3:25 in the morning. I did not. But it's kind of crazy what happens when you just get on and start talking. And I probably have a real international audience right now. I don't know even know how many people came through. I think the peak count is 7 or something like that, and we got 44 minutes and stuff like that. Wow, this is an awesome conversation. I don't even know. Like we just started. My brother have been with the one he loves for 26 years. He calls his right hand. Wow. Well, you got to be a right hand if you 26 years, man. 26 years. Wow. I mean, think about how many things have changed, how many different hairstyles and stuff like that. Michael Furberger, thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Um, yeah, think of how many styles have changed, how many presidents have been in and out of office, and popes and kings and queens have walked the earth, and all kind of wars have been fought, and like I said, music fads and hairstyles, all kind of stuff have come through. Food choices, the fashion choices. Yeah, ways of thinking, man. Just laws have been passed. So many things in 26 years, 30 years. That's a long time. That's almost a generation right there. Generation has passed. They was together before smartphones and the internet was available to the public. Imagine, oh my God, it's so much to think about. It's a beautiful thing though when you can find that right one, that person that really does it for you, and y'all connect and y'all just bond on a real, cellular level and a soul level in a medical physical way, and just really, finish each other's sentences and almost know each other's thoughts in a lot of different ways. Like I said, that's awesome right there. If you ever get the chance to experience that type of love, I wow, congratulations to you. Mm. I don't know. That's just crazy. It's making me think, making me hope and really push forward and whatnot. And I just hope one day, like I said, I just really get to experience that in the full force. I'm right. One to play last night. There you go. Oh, you funny, cheap plastic. Oh my God, that was funny. That was funny, cheap plastic. We know what type of lady you had. Wow. Okay. That would be awesome. I've seen other people, so you never know. Yeah, yeah, no, okay, almost 38. I'm in the UK. Had to go now, start my day, catch the day. Hope. Yeah, no. Thank you, vlog from the bar. I appreciate you for being here. Don't worry, I'm about to, start my sleep in a few minutes. I'm actually gonna try to get some sleep after this and actually get up. But this, like I said, this has been a very awesome conversation. I mean, you never know. It's like when you do these live streams sometimes in which people don't understand. Sometimes you have these gems, these hidden gems of a live stream that are there. Thank you, vlog. I appreciate you. You were an awesome addition to this conversation. And we're gonna talk about meeting your girlfriend at a funeral. I'm telling you, gotta mark it down. Okay. Yeah. But sometimes when you look at live streams like this, you have those gem of a live stream. You always have awesome conversation. Well, maybe not always, Cheryl, but I appreciate you. This is one of those special conversations, believe me. Because I'm literally sitting in the chat talking to trolls. People that would be considered trolls about online dating. I mean that doesn't happen like that. I don't know if you understand. Like I said, I'm supposed to be getting trolled, and we supposed to be going back and forth and having an argument and whatever the case may be. And I'm sitting here giving out dating advice to potential internet trolls. That's a special thing, man. I can't just throw that away and say that don't mean anything. That means something. I mean, when you're just talking to people and you cut through the BS and you're just talking on a human level, I appreciate that stuff. That stuff that make me smile and warms my heart. It gives you want a genuine reaction that gives me a real, reaction right there. Like, wow, you never underestimate the impact that your life has on other people, regardless of whether or not they're seen as the lesser or whatever the case may be. Not to get preachy or anything like that. And it is 3:30, so at this time, just everyone being human, I like that. Yes, yes, everybody is a human. And Cheryl, thank you for coming by as always. See you on the flip side. And to everybody else, spread love is the Brooklyn way. Thank you for coming through. This has been an awesome conversation, a gem of a conversation. Definitely a gem of a conversation. Good night, good morning, wherever you may be from. Should I go 50 minutes? Yeah, I'll give it one more minute, make it 50 minutes, so I could at least, say I was close to an hour, or whatever the case may be. But wow, this conversation brought a smile to my face. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool when you can have about 7 to 8 people, in 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, you can have a real conversation. Okay, almost good night. Then. Yeah, almost good night. It's almost. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm just rounding it off around 50 minutes because I was gonna say, like, yeah, yeah, why not do the 50 minutes? I'm close to it. Got some good watch time. Got some good, even better conversation and whatnot. Like I said, this is a real gem of a live stream. And why was it a gem? Because we just had a real conversation, no judgment. I hang in with you. That's long. That's funny. Nothing wrong with that, Cheryl. Thank you. I appreciate it. And again, take care. Love, peace. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. And I'm out for real this time. Catch you later. Do, 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 do.